We're live.
We're live. Hello.
It says we are. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Beth. We popped in at the same time. Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Yvonne.
Hi, Ashank.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Monica. Hi, Beth.
We're here. I'm working, as you see. I'm working on the Hank custom.
And I'm kitting up our next project.
Because Starry Night Santa is complete.
Yay!
Finally. And she's kitting our next project up, which we just got done recording the unboxing for, and we'll upload that tonight before we go to bed.
So look out for that.
Yep. Yes, we're back on Confetti Hank.
Hi, Pippa.
Hi, Odd But Nice.
Hey, Odd. Okay, Beth, take your time.
Yeah, you see a nose. It's getting there. I had to print out a another sticker for her for the kitting up of the the new secret project that we're unveiling for our December project, which you will see in the next video we upload, which will be after the live tonight because we just filmed it.
Yay!
Let's just say I had to clear the entire desk off just to film it.
You two still like each other? No, I don't like him, Pippa. I love him. Oh. Oh.
So yeah, we've got our December project coming up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We found it yesterday.
It's all your fault, Dave.
It's all my fault. I'm telling you, you're going to love it, Odd But Nice.
It's beautiful. Hi, Gina. Secrets are fun, Pippa.
They are fun, and you know it's not going to be a secret for long because, like I said, we're going to upload right after the live. We filmed it. We just finished filming like right before we went live, so she's kitting it up now.
Monica, he got it from Evermoment, and I don't remember the size. Your Hank custom.
Oh yeah, this is Evermoment, and it is 50 by 75, and it's all confetti. Like every bit of it is confetti. Very disrespectful confetti too. It's not just like it's all confetti. I mean, you can see it here. It's just, ugh.
Pippa, secrets are fun too. But yes, this one's actually going to be a secret for now, but you'll know in a couple hours or so. Maybe by morning. Depends.
Shouldn't take that long to upload. It's not a super long video. It's just an unboxing.
A gigantic unboxing. Let's just leave it at that. Hank is larger than life.
Yeah.
Look how adorable.
That's probably my favorite picture of him. I took that. We were playing with something, and he was giving a look at whatever it was I was holding, and I just happened to snap the picture at the moment. And it's actually a still shot from a video that I was taking. So.
I have one that's now my favorite. I took last night. He fell asleep in my lap while Dave was out driving, and I had to snap the picture. He had his head laying right here on the chair, arm of the chair, with his paw underneath it, and it was so adorable. Let's see if I can pull it up.
I don't even know what color I'm working on at the moment. Oh, that one.
It was adorable.
Yeah, Hank's the best. He's recharging right now for later.
Okay, this was after he laid in my lap. That one has to be another one of my favorites.
Are you talking about Sicky's, Pippa? That's it's called Sicky's Garage, and it is like they're a chain around the US, and they're mostly burgers, and they've got like hundreds of different ways you can get a burger, and everything in there is like car garage themed.
Now you see why that's my favorite picture? Isn't he adorable?
Hello, chatting and crafting with Eli, or crafting and chatting with Eli.
Yeah, so cute. Isn't he, Monica? Adorable. He's not Dave's cat anymore. He's mine. I stole him. He is the cutest.
I'm gonna figure out where to put drills on here.
And I gotta get back to chat on my phone so I can read it. This tiny screen we downgraded to.
Yeah, we got rid of my 55-inch TV because it was just costing too much per month from the rent-to-own place. So got rid of that, downgraded this like 37-inch, I think. It's tiny. It's like my wall looks naked without the 55-inch up there. But Black Friday is coming, and the pawn shop up here has a brand new, like somebody just pawned a brand new TV still in the box, 55-inch smart TV. So the woman said that if we buy this 37-inch and we take it back on Black Friday, she will credit us the money that we paid for it towards a new, bigger one on Black Friday. And of course, their prices are going to be cheaper. So we're going to go pick up a big TV that is not a monthly payment deal.
Odd but nice says, you've been stealing a lot.
Yeah, she has. She's stealing my cat.
And his diamond paintings. I'm just a thief.
I made sure I finished the Stana, though. I wanted to make sure I finished that.
Yeah, I asked him if I could put the last, like, 20 whatever drills he had left. He's, no, let me do it. I was like, oh okay. Monica's got a 65-inch.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't have room here for a 65, I don't think. But I did for a 55, and it just fit perfectly right where I had it. And then we got rid of that 55, and now I get this like 37 or 32 inch or something. It's tiny.
The room looks naked. You mentioned that already, didn't you?
Yeah, it does. It looks totally naked without it.
So what is everybody working on tonight?
I think I got all that color on.
Nobody's saying anything.
Nobody's saying anything?
Nobody's saying anything. Come on, what are y'all working on? Tell me, I need to know. Tell me.
Still working on my Mrs. Coffee.
Hey, Mrs. C.
Oh, she's working on her bag of spicy chips.
Well, you can have them. I don't like spicy. Now, if they were cheese buffs, you better give me the cheese puffs. Jessica Rabbit from DAC. Awesome, Kathy. Back at Hope Runs Deep, says Deb.
Jessica Rabbit. Oh, yes, I must show Starry Night Santa off.
Okay.
I plan on doing a post review on it soon. I just haven't had a chance to yet. I was going to do it today, but we ended up buying our December project. Where did you put Santa? Oh, it's hanging in the closet.
It's hanging in the diamond painting closet.
That's right.
I'm kitting up the Christmas tree into Ziplocs. Ooh, I used to work in baggies, but then I found Harbor Freight, and I like it better. Pippa, do you have any Harbor Freight?
Probably going to have to
Move my stuffs.
move your stuffs.
Do you want me to move your drills?
No, we're good.
Okay.
There is Starry Night Santa.
Isn't it gorgeous?
He is all done.
The way it shines.
It's just absolutely beautiful. And the ABs, you just can't tell it on camera, but the AB is in here, like there, and down in here. I mean, they kind of show up, but not the way they should. In person, this thing is stunning. So whoever has it, you're going to love it. And on the other side is something I finished a long time ago. I did that one almost a year ago now.
Yeah, Pippa, that the Starry Night has to be my favorite with all the blues in it. It's just gorgeous. Yes, that's what I said when I saw it. Bambi, only adult form. It's got how many horns on it?
What's that?
Your deer. How many horns on him?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's got 2 horns, but
I mean,
he's got 2 antlers, but I don't know how many points.
Points, whatever. I know nothing's about deer. Okay, hello. Thank you, Mrs. Coffee. Hi, Saphira's mama. How are you doing? Yeah, I'll be nice. It is Rudolph. It has to be Rudolph.
Yeah, that's Santa's favorite reindeer.
Okay. I actually need to put some of these drills in these boxes here.
Yes, you do.
Quit poking out.
You had 10 stitches in your legs if you're going, wow.
Why? You don't have to say, but I'm just curious. What happened?
I forgot what color I was working on there. Oh.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, I know. I'm don't ask me either. I'm lost.
I stay lost, hun.
This has been a busy weekend, like non-stop busy. It feels like.
This is the first time we sat down together to diamond paint since Friday. No.
Well,
since
before then.
Thursday.
Yeah. I finished Starry Night Santa Thursday night.
That's the last time we diamond painted together.
This weekend was the big hockey game in town. UND was playing their biggest rival, St. Cloud State from Minnesota, and they're only a couple hours away, so they bring all of their own fans into town. And those 2 nights of hockey here in town are insane with all of the fans in town. And then everybody goes downtown to party afterwards. And when I came home at 3 a.m., there was still probably in the range of about 500 people standing in front of the one bar downtown waiting to get rides out of there. I just couldn't drive anymore. I was done. It was just crazy this weekend.
I have a biopsy.
Oh, awesome, the Brook Project. Beth, if you're still in here, I haven't got a chance to look at your Etsy page yet. I just haven't. We were out eating dinner we were on our way home from eating dinner when you texted or messaged me earlier. So I will get back to you on that one. Pippa, I don't think I was eligible for the sale, but I did buy a couple of DACs this weekend.
Saphira's mama, I hope that biopsy, I hope it, praying for the best is what I'm trying to say. I'm glad you got rid of it. Oh, I need to go get a dryer sheet. Be right back.
Oh, we're going to make my drill smell nice.
I got static.
Go figure. A Diamond Dots with static.
No, never.
Okay, I just gave away a hint. It's a Diamond Dots. I didn't do the DAC sale this weekend, Pippa, because I think it was for like Ruby and higher level, I think, or wasn't it? And I'm not that high. So I didn't think anything was on sale. I bought a clearance one and I bought one of the new arrivals. I saw Mrs. Coffee unbox the Rose this weekend, and
the asthma was real.
yes, and she really liked the Rose, and I liked the colorful part of it. So yeah, I caved and I bought the Rose. And
Mama knows best.
And yeah, I bought her Mama Knows Best.
What's everyone doing for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, that Mama Knows Best is great. I've had my eye on that one for a while, Kathy. I really have, and because I'm a big Game of Thrones fan too, and so that one was like really awesome. Is your DIY arriving tomorrow?
DIY.
Which DIY?
The frame? DIY.
I don't even know if I have anything arriving tomorrow. I've got like 6 things coming from AliExpress right now. Most of it is unmentionable things that I can't mention. But but I have my frame and some other diamond painting stuff coming.
Oh, okay. Her DIY moonshot, Pippa. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Miss Coffee got from her second DIY moonshot.
Let me check and see what AliExpress has coming to me.
Really, Really? 3 ABs and Mama Knows Best?
Hey, Drea. Yeah, I have.
That's awesome. I'm excited now.
8 shipped items.
Hi, Drea. How are you? Oh no, Drea, what was wrong? Why'd you have to go to the hospital? Hope you're better.
I love Chinese package tracking. So much fun. Mrs. Coffee. Well, she would have gotten an inside-out Cheez-Its box. That's what it is. We repurposed a Cheez-Its box, turned it inside out, and taped it back together.
And it was not even the real Cheez-Its brand. It was the stupid off-brand.
The Walmart brand.
It smelled good things. Well, there's no good things.
No, there shouldn't be any.
There's no edibles.
Yeah, shouldn't be any perishable edible things in there.
I mean, it may still smell like cheese crackers, but it ain't cheese crackers. Sorry to burst that little girl's bubble.
Well, hello, Coloring Book Nook. Welcome.
Welcome to the craziness.
No, my frame is still in China, but the tracking on the page says that it should be here already.
Maggie thinks it's that you sent her cookies. She's gonna love it. It's not. Yeah, she's gonna love it. My throat has been swollen, and every time I swallowed, it felt like razor blades. Turns out I have really bad infection, and everything is inflamed. Got me 2 shots in the butt and some meds. I'll be good.
Ooh.
Ugh, I hated that. I had strep once, and it felt worse than ugh. I couldn't breathe or anything. It was awful. Feel better, Drea.
It feels so odd. I'm actually like
getting something done.
No, not that. It's well, yeah,
kidding.
that too.
I was kidding.
After working on a diamond art club for the last 3 months,
oh yeah,
working on a double-sided adhesive one feels so different when you're placing drills. But in a way, it's actually, I'm actually having less trouble keeping the drills straight, and they don't move around as much after I put them down. They stay put. I kind of like that. Almost donkey kicked the nurse.
Turkey chili.
Oh, that sounds good.
How do you make turkey chili?
With ground turkey. You go to the store and you buy ground turkey and you cook it up just like hamburger meat and then you make chili with it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah. Turkey is the more healthy alternative to beef.
Okay. But I like beef.
There used to be turkey everything. You get turkey bacon, you get turkey sausage, you can get turkey
bacon
ground
is disgusting.
turkey.
Turkey bacon is disgusting. The texture is spongy and it's just gross.
Beef bacon isn't much better.
Nope, pork.
That's right. It's got to be the original pig bacon. Yep.
Oink, oink. Give me a pig.
We had venison potato sausage this week. It's been in my freezer for a little while. My coworker gave me some sausage, and it's venison potato sausage. And I didn't know what to do with it, so I just left it in the freezer. And she's like, go buy some potatoes and onions and some lemon pepper seasoning, and I'll cook it up. And she did, and it was so good.
By the way, that was the first time I've ever cooked a deer. It's kind of weird.
It's hard to cook venison sausage wrong, though. Because it's already seasoned. It's already ready to go. You just got to cook it like you do normal sausage. You cook deer just like you do regular food.
It's
just like you do
different.
beef. It's just less fat in it. Yeah, that's one thing I miss about living in Maryland was up here in North Dakota, you can get a hunting license and you can hunt, but you have to draw a tag in a lottery and you're not guaranteed a tag every year. In Maryland, when you get your hunting license and you buy your weapon stamp, which, you know, in Maryland, you hunt with 3 weapons. You hunt with the muzzleloader, shotgun, and bow. And I strictly bow hunt. I don't do shotgun or muzzleloader, which I wouldn't mind trying, but I just never got a chance to. But I strictly bow hunt. And back there, you could shoot 10 doe and 1 buck. If I went bow hunting, I could shoot 1 buck and 10 doe. after I kill my second doe, I can apply for a bonus buck tag and get one for that weapon. And so you could basically, with each weapon, you could shoot 10 doe. So you can end up with 30 doe and 2 bucks, because the second buck you can use for any weapon, really. So nobody really needs to kill 30 deer. I mean, I'd be happy if I got 2 a year. Actually, I was happy with 1 a year. And I miss being able to do that there, because all I had to do was go out in the woods and hunt. I didn't have to worry about whether I had tags or not, because I always had plenty of tags. But up here, you apply for a lot. You apply, when you get it, you have to apply to be in the lottery, and then they draw for tags, and you may or may not get one. So to me, it just takes the fun out of hunting. Oh no, Drea.
What happened? I missed it.
She laid her arm on part of the canvas, and for some reason it isn't sticky anymore, but she's got glue. It's just a pain.
Baby wipe it. Wipe it down with a baby wipe and then let it dry, and it should return sticky.
Yep. Or if it doesn't, you can buy it on AliExpress, really cheap. It's the same thing they use on our opaque covers here. Works just fine.
She did the baby wipes yesterday, and it's still not.
Yep.
Wow. That kind of sucks, Drea. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I laid my inventory sheet on an uncovered section that I had just uncovered one time. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. But Baby White took care of that. Oh, that burger don't feel good.
Uh-oh.
That burger I had today was, they call it the Chowzilla. And it was 2 patties on 3 pieces of Texas toast. And it had jalapenos. And it had some spicy chipotle sauce on it. 2 fried eggs. Pickles. And I think that was it. Oh, and bacon.
Peppered bacon.
Peppered bacon. Well, now I guess as I've gotten older, my body has stopped accepting spicy foods as well as it used to, because it burns. Oh. Feels like I'm on fire on the inside now.
Pippa said, holy cow. That was a lot of cow, too.
Yeah. Hey, I'm proud of myself. I ate the whole burger except the last 3 little corners of bread.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
and
proud.
All I did was eat half of mine, and mine was like half of your sandwich. So. Are you using an angled placer? Oh, that nice test.
Oh, yes. We were surfing AliExpress, and somebody was selling these angled tips. And I was telling her how I would like to buy some. She goes, why buy them? You can make them. And she bent my tip for me in the exact way that it was bent on AliExpress. And I thought, well, that's strange. It works, and it doesn't unbend. It's like bent good like that. And I'm just imagining that now there's some factory in China that's just got piles of these, and there's just some poor Chinaman sitting there all day long, and his job is just to bend these damn tips.
Yep.
But yeah, it works great because I don't have to sit and do like this anymore. I can lay my hand naturally, and they go right into place, and it works perfect. I'll have to get her to show you that, Mystical. How to bend the tips.
Here. Okay, let me get a pen and hold on.
Here, use my Richcraft. Use the one that's in my Richcraft.
Okay, all I did was I did this, literally. That was it.
Mrs. Coffee, you didn't need to. You can just bend them yourself.
Now, if you're gonna do it in acrylic, be careful. Hold the end of the acrylic. That way you don't snap it. But yeah, and you don't have to do it that much of an angle. You can kind of, however you need to. Yeah, Crane's Creations. It's awesome.
You can hold the pen more naturally, and work, and it's so much better.
I found that out by accident, by the way. I was having an anxiety attack back in my previous relationship, and I was kind of fidgeting with my pen, and I bent it, and I'm like, oh shit, I bent my pen, and then I tried using it. I was like, oh, that's a lot easier than the straight pen. Mystical, you could do that, hun. It doesn't take any strength. It didn't. Or if you want to, you could probably bend it on the table. Or pliers. That would help. Odd. It was like super stupid simple.
Yeah, I almost ordered them, and now she was like, no, don't do that. I can bend your tip for you. And I'm like,
what?
So yeah, I'm sitting here picturing, now I'm just sitting here picturing some poor Chinaman. His job is just to sit there all day and bend tips. And I'm thinking, I feel bad for the guy, you know?
Mystical, take a pair of pliers and gently bend them. Hey, don't blame me for your mistake, Mrs. Coffee. Did you get them yet, Mrs. Coffee? And have you tried them yet?
Oh, I don't think I have any of that color in this section, which is really surprising. And I do have a ton of that one.
She said, I blame you. We were in the same state. You
hey, Aussie girl.
Yeah, what? I'm going to yell it from way out my window. That way you can hear me across state.
Well, if we had known Mrs. Coffee, we could have just threw some in that box, you know. I could have had her bend a few up for you and just send them to you.
Oh, I haven't gotten them, but I just bent mine. And I do have 2 bent tips already. Okay.
She goes, oh my God, I just flicked my pen into the dog's water dish.
Whoopsies. I got little ears, but Daisy can hear the future. Well, tell Daisy to listen out her window. I'm yelling, Mrs. Coffee, don't buy the bent pens. Oh,
she says I haven't gotten them. She just bent hers, and she has 2 bent tips already.
They are really nice, though. And it's great to have backups. Daisy's cute. Quit picking on her ears.
Oh yeah, Dre. Okay, I had to look back and see what you're asking. Yeah, I just we pulled Hank back out because I finished Starry Night Santa. So I pulled Hank back out to work on him, and I guess you weren't here earlier when she's over here right now kitting up our next project. We unboxed it tonight. We recorded the video right before we went live, so we'll upload it as soon as live is done. It's our December project we're going to do. It is massive. Like, I had to clear the entire desk off just to unbox this thing. So,
Mrs. Coffee, leave that dog alone.
Hank is Sophia's mama. He's right up there. He's recharging for his for his crackhead run tonight. Oh, you did it, Mystical. Awesome.
Woohoo! I hope it works for you.
Oh, and the Hank Custom Sophia, it's going. It's just really disrespectful confetti.
It should be a sin to be that confetti. That's just so disrespectful. Saphira's mama says, give me disrespectful confetti any day.
You know, everybody has their own.
I prefer color blocking.
Everybody has. Yeah, I like my color blocking too because I can just sit there with my 4-placer all day long and I can finish up. That's how I finished Santa. I finished 3 sections in one night and finished it up because it was almost all color blocking.
Can I show them?
Can you show them? Oh yes, she's almost got my skull done.
And I did from here.
They can't see that all the way up there.
Hold up, bumped you. I did from here to here in one day. And then I moved down here. I kind of got distracted yesterday, otherwise I would have finished that section. But this won't take me long at all either.
Yeah, Andrea, this one here glows in the dark. The skull and some of this white on the corners and down the sides glows in the dark.
Mrs. Coffee, I have a 13, 14, and 15 placer I'm going to give you because they're garbage. I cannot place them straight, and it drives me nuts. So.
Drea, it's a Diamond Dots. They might still have it on their website now. I bought it a year ago, like over a year ago at Michael's on sale when the Halloween stuff went on 50% off.
Well, my garbage is your treasure, Mrs. Coffee. What's that saying? One man's treasure is another man's, or one man's garbage is another man's treasure.
I'm really surprised Hank isn't down here now because we missed 8 o'clock treats.
I likes treasures, she said. Well, I'll get them out to you soon. Don't know when, but I will. I suppose you want your Hank back.
Yeah, I need my Hank back. You know, I'm still, if I try to use anything higher than a 4-placer, I end up spending more time straightening drills than I did placing them, and then it just gets really monotonous and boring and tedious, and I get frustrated.
I'll let you know when I send them out, Mrs. Coffee.
What color are we going? Oh. I keep having to ask that because I lose track of what I'm doing. What's really bad is in this one here, the confetti is so bad that it's really kind of hard to find 2 symbols side by side.
I used the 3 or the 4 placer, but I prefer the thin ones. And right now I'm out of the thin 3 placers. So I've been using 4, which isn't bad. I mean, 4 is better than a 1 placer. I don't know. Sometimes I can diamond paint faster with a single placer than a multi-placer. Saphira's mama, the weather's still kind of not my friend, but it's not horrible.
It's been in the 40s yesterday and today.
What happened is I think I brought Bama with me because he said it was supposed to get like disrespectful cold, and I haven't seen it yet. And you know,
just wait. It's coming.
Winter's coming.
It's coming.
I do need to get better shoes though. These ones suck. They're the breathable kind, so they're really thin, and that's not good when it's 17 degrees. It's too cold on my footsies.
Yeah, when it gets down to like 25, 30 below, you're definitely gonna.
Pippa! No, I don't have boots yet. No, I don't have winter clothes yet. I still have my t-shirts and blue jeans. I'm not naked. Yeah, well, when I bought them, it was midsummer and it was like 100 degrees in Alabama. So I was like, those shoes I had to get. Plus, they were like $10. I couldn't pass it up. But yes, I need to get some winter boots for sure. For sure, it's on the bucket list.
Yep, the one shoe store here in town is having a good Black Friday sale, and I think we're gonna go hit that.
Army surplus. Have you got those stores near you?
No, we do not have an Army surplus in town. That's one that we don't have. I don't even know if there's one in Fargo.
What, Severa's mama? Okay, awkward silence.
I'm concentrating over here too much, I think.
My brother proposed to his girlfriend on Saturday. I'll be getting a new sister.
All right.
Awesome! Congratulations! How exciting! Got to feed the blonde dragon. Yes, Pippa, go feed that baby.
The blonde dragon.
I'm assuming she's talking about her child, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh, I think I'm done with that color now. Hello, shine like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Oh, Mrs. Coffee retracted a message.
Ooh, you better not have. Let me see it. Hey, I can't see it. What'd you say? Okay. Be that way then. Oh, okay.
And there's no N's in this one.
Uh-oh.
There's no 7s in that one. There's no little diagonal arrows in that one.
And I lost the scissors.
Ooh.
You seen them?
I have not seen the scissors, dear.
I literally just have them. Okay. Got them. No, you're not allowed to live your life. You're my slave, don't you know, Mrs. Coffee? I can't even say that with a straight face. Love you, girl. Let me live my life. Never. You're not allowed to. You're grounded forever. Go to the corner right now.
Now, we were doing DoorDash today, speaking of that, and they have a new coffee at Starbucks I've got to try. It's nitro cold brew. They actually like infuse nitrogen into the coffee. I don't know why you'd want to infuse nitrogen into coffee, but I've simply got to try it just to find out why. Well, hello, Crafting with Christy.
Mrs. Coffee, I don't care if you wear pants or shorts, but you better go in that corner right now. Right now. Not your bedroom. There's too many crafts in there. Just kidding, girl. Go where you want to go. I'm bad at disciplining. I really am. That's my kids. You trying to turn into a race car? Miss Coffee asked you if you're trying to turn into a race car.
No.
Drinking the nitrogen.
No, I'm just trying to figure out ways to like not feel tired all the time. Your mop is there. Oh no, Saphira's mama.
Hey, Miss Coffee, you can come mop our place if you wanna. It ain't much to mop, but it's a good old mopping.
We got a Swiffer. We don't have a mop.
We need a real mop though.
Because we've only got about...
We have a teeny tiny little hallway and a tiny
We've got
little
maybe a total of 10 square feet of moppable space in this whole apartment.
Christy says, what if Miss Coffee likes the corner? Okay, what number did we stop at? 13, 14, 15, 16. Anybody traveling for Thanksgiving this week?
Well, you're welcome, Mystical. Have fun with your new mop. Did you get the spin mop, Mrs. Coffee? I think I saw a picture. I love that spin mop. I bought my mom one. It just changed the entire game. She says she'll travel to the couch and pass out.
Yeah.
I love those, Mrs. Coffee. That's like the best as seen on TV invention ever. That thing works like just like it's supposed to.
What are you talking about? Oh, the mop.
Yeah.
The mop.
She got one of those hurricane spin mops that you...
Yeah,
those things
my
are awesome.
old job had one and I loved it and I wanted to take it home but they told me I couldn't, so which kind of sucked because I really wanted to take it home.
Oh no, for $20, really? Wow. I bought mine for my mom for, I can't remember. I think it was, well, it was whatever price Walmart was selling them for at the time when they first hit the shelves after they were as seen on TV. She didn't use it as much as I did. That's the bad part of having been in the Navy is like everybody knows you know how to mop.
Yeah.
Because you spend 90% of your day in the Navy mopping something.
Mopping and peeling taters. I cracked that joke. Daddy told me how many potatoes he had to peel one time for dinner.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, so all you did was mop floors and peel potatoes. Okay.
That's pretty much it. For at least the first year you're in the military, that's all you do.
And then he called me a smart ass, which was kind of funny because he worked in the engineer room. So it wasn't just peeling potatoes, but he had to pull his weight too in the kitchen. So I think
Everybody
they rotated.
does.
I think they rotated, right?
No.
No.
For your first, when you first join, you go to boot camp, and if you accepted a rate before you.
Hi, Allie.
If you accepted a rate before you went in, which is what your job is your rate. In the Army, they call it MOS. But if you accepted your rate before you went in, then you go to school for your job after you get out of boot camp. And usually that school is about 6 months to a year. And then you get out and you go to your first duty station. And your first duty station you go to, do you actually start doing the job that you trained to do? Nope.
No.
You go to the galley and you work in the galley for 6 months. And then you get done in the galley for 6 months and you go work in first lieutenant, which is pretty much the janitor. You're taking everybody's dirty laundry down to the laundry department. You're mopping and buffing floors. You're scrubbing walls, scrubbing ceilings.
Pippa, I want one. Make me one, please. A Nutella sandwich with, where does the comment go? With cheese and fruit pouch.
Wait, it's not Vegemite?
Dish bitch.
Crafty Kitty. I was in the Navy.
Sophia's mama says she's not a fan of Vegemite. You know, I've never had it, so I wouldn't know. But I'm pretty sure it's disgusting the way it sounds.
I loved it. I kind of wish now I hadn't gotten out early. I wish I would have stayed in, done my 20 years. I'd already be retired right now. In fact, I would have been retired. Let's see. I joined in 91.
2001 would be 10 years. 11 would be 20.
Yeah. 2011 would have been 20 years. I'd have been retired 9 years already. Or almost 9 years. Well, hello, Allie. I didn't see you pop in. Yeah, I've never had Vegemite, but, you know, when you hear Pippa talking about somebody has a sandwich, you got to ask her if it's Vegemite or not.
She said Nutella. So you got a happy little dragon now, Pippa? Or content little dragon?
Oh, yes, and while Pippa's here, she's got the chance to do it. If everybody here is not yet gotten their chance to do it or is able to and hasn't done it yet, Pippa has a little project she's working on for Christmas. It's basically 24 hours of premieres to basically, you know, give all of us that don't really have much to do on Christmas something to do, I guess, and just kind of mark the day that way. Everybody just uploading a video and premiering it, and she's handing out time slots. And I think she still needs 9 more people to fill a time slot. So if anybody here has got some time on Christmas and would like to do this on Christmas Day, let Pippa know. She has a group chat for it that she can add you into, and you can let her know when you're available on Christmas, and she can try to get you slotted in, and you can record a video whenever and have it up, you know, have it uploaded and let her get her the link for it, and just got to schedule it for whatever time slot you were assigned. It's basically an hour-long video, maybe a whip and chat or something like that you can do, and then you can just be there during the premiere to kind of chit-chat with everybody.
You do not need to give up your Christmas, she said. If you have plans, you stick with those plans. If you don't have plans and you would like to pitch in, please feel free to message her. Go to the group and it'll let you know.
Okay, Mrs. Coffee, hurry.
It's okay, Drea. Family's more important.
Yep. That's fine, but nice. That'd be awesome. And, you know, I think all of us that are doing a video are going to be on for the chat during the premiere. So
I don't have any moderators. I just realized that.
So well, you haven't done a live yet either.
No. No, I haven't.
But yeah, so I think Amber's doing a live that night on her own, or doing a live during that on her own, and her and I are going to do a joint live as well. So
Me too. I think we're just gonna stay at the house and maybe eat dinner, but
yeah, we're probably gonna
nothing big.
probably gonna make a small dinner for us, and we'll do some diamond painting and just relax and enjoy the day, because my job, because Christmas falls in the middle of a week this year, I have a half a day on Christmas Eve, and then I'm back to work the day after Christmas. So the only day I really have off for Christmas is Christmas Day.
Thanks, Saphira's mama. I actually enjoy doing lives. I'm just scared to do my own live. Like, I don't know what to talk about. I feel stupid talking just to the camera. I mean, no
But
offense.
you're not talking to the camera. You're talking to them.
Like I said, no offense. It's just how I feel. I feel so like a ninny. I feel like a ninny when I'm talking to the camera. When nobody else is in the room with me.
It's true. And I feel that way when I'm doing videos. When I record videos, I still feel weird just talking to a camera. And when I was going, and every time I go live, I still have that few moments before I do that I'm just like, kind of got to psych myself up for it, kind of, because does feel kind of awkward just sitting here talking to words on a screen. Even though there's people behind it, it still does feel kind of odd.
It's a little easier for me that Dave is here as well. Like, I don't feel having somebody else talk to at the same time. It just doesn't make me feel as weird. No offense. I mean, I love you guys. I do.
Allie says, we love you too, Amber. Oh, odd but nice work for UPS. I can imagine that's got to suck at Christmas time. I mean, my job is just, I don't understand why we don't have the entire week off. I mean, granted, our company is awesome. We have a 40-hour guarantee at work. So if we get sent home because of a snowstorm, which is very seldom, we did miss one day last year because of a snowstorm, and we got paid for that day without taking any of our vacation or sick time. We all got paid for that day. And that's because our company has a 40-hour guarantee. If for any reason you have to miss work due to something not of your doing, it's something of the company's doing, like they have to close the doors for the day or whatever, they pay you for that. And so because of that, they only give us off Christmas Day if it's on. Now, if Christmas Day was on a Thursday, we would have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off and go back to work Monday. But if Christmas Day is on a Tuesday or Wednesday, we work a half a day the day before, and then we're off the day of Christmas, and then we're back to work the next day.
And if it falls on a Monday, it's just a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
You go back Tuesday.
And then the same thing with a Friday.
Right.
We work a half a day Thursday, and then we're off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we're back to work Monday. So it's kind of, and our job isn't really, well, it's important, but not that important. I mean, we just take helicopter parts that come in. They're magnesium castings, and we dip them through an electrolysis process, and we corrode the surfaces of them white and send them back to the manufacturer who puts them on brand new helicopters. So it's not like our job is like that super important to the world.
It's not dire.
Like, it's not an emergency thing. So I don't understand why. Motorola was really nice when I worked for them in Fort Worth. They gave us the entire week from, well, we worked the day before Christmas Eve.
Hi, Phyllis.
Hello, Phyllis.
You set my science brain off, she said. Saphira's mama said.
I set your science brain off? Okay. The easy way to explain it, we take these magnesium parts, we hang them on big racks. We have a crane that takes them through a dipping process of like degreaser and water and then fluoride. And then they go into a big tank with a special blend of proprietary.
She knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we have a proprietary chemicals that we use. And when you apply electricity to it, it corrodes the surface instantly. And that corrosion layer is actually the chemicals that we use. Creates a protective layer on the outside of the part that's actually part of the metal. So it's basically rust magnesium. so that the environment won't. Yes, Phyllis, I lived in 2000. Well, actually, I lived in Fort Worth at the turn of the century in that winter. For almost a year, I lived in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I worked for Motorola in Fort Worth for a while, and I worked for the company is now called Billiards and Bar Stools in Dallas, but they were called Bowling and Billiard Supplies of Dallas when I lived there. And I was a field service tech on jukeboxes and coin-operated video games, pinball machines, crane machines, coin-operated amusement stuff all over the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Well, that's awesome, Jamie Kerner. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, you did chemistry and biophysics. Yeah, ours is all chemistry. And it is the most interesting thing in the world because my job, I don't work up on the deck where they actually dip the parts and they come out white. I work at the end of that line when they come off the rack. They have bolt holes that weren't coated because they use those holes to actually hang them on the rack. And my job is just to stand there with an electric lead in one hand, the negative lead in one hand, the positive lead gets hooked to the part, and I just stick a piece of felt dipped in that liquid into that hole with the electric lead, and I turn the power on, and the inside of that hole turns white like instantly, and it is like the coolest thing to watch.
Nerd.
I am a nerd. Well, if everybody here doesn't know, my biggest dream as a child, and all through childhood and all through high school, was to be an astronaut. And I had the knowledge to do it. I just didn't have the motivation to do it in high school. And I just didn't do so well in high school. And I was trying to get accepted into the Naval Academy, and that didn't happen. And so I joined the Navy under the pretense of, if you join and keep a good record for a year, you can reapply to the Naval Academy and they'll take you. And that didn't happen. And so I got really discouraged with the Navy and I just got out.
One box done. That means I'm halfway done. Yay. Next. Ooh. This one.
Oh. I was going to say, I've seen you around here, Jamie. I didn't figure you were new to diamond painting. No, don't feel bad. Amber and I, this is the first time we've sat down to diamond paint since Thursday. And she's not diamond painting. She's kitting up our next project.
Little flash. No, all gone.
I'm not a space cadet. Well, I am, but I'm not.
I'm a space cadet. There ain't nothing up here.
Like I said, the bad part is, in college, I got literally straight 100s on everything except calculus. And I got a C on my calculus final. And that was the only thing I did the entire time I was in college that was less than 100%. And I kind of am still angry at myself for getting a C on my calculus final. Yes, Phyllis, we are in North Dakota. Amber and I are here. She is just recently transplanted from Alabama. She just moved up here a couple weekends ago. And of course, Mrs. Coffee is in here somewhere. I think she said she'd be right back. I don't think she's back yet.
She's looking at something.
She's in North Dakota as well. And then there's also Wolfpack Diamond Painting is in North Dakota. I think I would. From what I've heard about your hubby, Pippa, him and I probably would get along pretty well.
Good. The boys can stay home and be nerds, and Pippa and I can go out.
Sounds good to me. Hear that, Pippa? We're planning on coming down under. That is one of my goals, is to make it down under someday. I want to get down there. But she's in Tasmania, but still, we can make it to Tasmania too.
Yeah.
Phyllis, we are in Grand Forks, and yes, Mrs. Coffee's in Williston, and I think Wolfpack is in Valley City. Oh, I've almost downed an entire 24-ounce Mountain Dew during this live so far. Yep, Crafty Kitty, we are. We are in Grand Forks. You know, it's not so bad yet. I am vaping on this amazing flavor that I go to every now and then. It's called Sin and Sugar. If I can get it to if I can get it to focus on it. Yeah, it won't. Sin and Sugar is, it tastes like, well, if you smell it, it doesn't smell really good. It actually kind of smells like spoiled milk when you smell it. But when you vape it, it tastes just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, yet. Yeah, that's the key word, Phyllis, yet. Ooh, strawberry honey graham smell. Sounds good. I'm always up for new flavors. Yeah, it's funny because Amber's been here this whole time. I've been telling her how cold winter is and how it's usually really cold by now. And it's been in the 40s this weekend. Now, we did get some snow this past week, and there's still a little bit on the ground, but it's been melting off this weekend. And the roads have just been kind of like slippery mess at night.
He sits on a throne of lies, I tell you.
Yeah, okay. Keep saying that. Keep saying that.
I mean, hello.
Keep saying that. At the end of December, it's gonna be like 30 below, and you're gonna be like, I told you so.
And I'm like, I'll be like, hold me, it's cold. Yeah, when I get cold, it's hard for me to warm back up too. Like right now, my toes are still cold from going out earlier today.
Last winter, Phyllis, was, well, even the people that are from here said last winter was one of the worst winters they could remember. Besides 97. The winter of 97 was the worst because that's when Grand Forks got like totally flooded and downtown got destroyed and it was just a mess. But they said this is the worst winter they can remember. It was last winter, and we had 60 straight days where it was lower than 10 below. And where are you at? What project? Oh, in Utah. Okay, just keep it there.
What? I missed it.
She's got a big snowstorm supposed to hit on Monday and hover over her all week.
Yeah, keep it there. I'm almost done getting this up.
But yeah, last winter was horrible. It was just miserable cold. Like from the end of December until sometime in February, it never got above -10. It was just bad. And I think at one night we actually had wind chills as low as -65. The temperature itself was like -40, and it was like -65 wind chills. It was horrible. There's no words to describe what that feels like. Well, do you live in like the mountainous area of Utah Brook Project, like up near where the ski resorts and stuff are, or do you live like down in the desert part of Utah? You got some Baja for your migraine? I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know either.
Yeah, Phyllis, it is. That's exactly the best way to put it. It's like a hot knife through butter. It's so cold it burns. That's the best way to put it. Just the slightest little breeze, just a little somebody blowing on you from 10 feet away just feels like a knife slicing through you. Yep.
Can I go back to Alabama?
We will eventually. Yeah, isn't it funny the things that you didn't mind as a kid?
You can't stand as an adult.
Yeah, and as an adult, it's like, oh, why did I ever like this?
Oh, Baja Blast. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I didn't know it helped with migraines. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I know where that is. Brook Project. I used to, when I drove truck, I used to love coming through there because I would stop at I'd come down through there, and you have like a big plant right by the interstate with like these massive smokestacks that almost are taller than the mountains around them. I remember. And after you go past them, then they have the salt flats. And I used to love stopping at the salt flats at that little rest area and just walking out across the salt flats, and you don't realize how far you've walked because it's just so flat and just white everywhere. And you just don't realize how far you've walked until you turn around and look back, and you can see your car parked there. And it's just like a little tiny little thing off in the distance. Yep. The copper mine plant. Yep. Yeah, I went through there a lot. That was always my favorite stretch to drive in the whole United States was I-70 from Nebraska, not I-70, I-80 from Nebraska all the way across through Utah and Nevada and Wyoming and into Northern California. Oh, I love that drive.
Christy says, "Don't wash your car in winter; it'll snow."
Well, hello, Diggy415. I'm working on my custom of Hank. I've got part of him done.
I'm currently kitting up our next project for December, and after I get done kitting it up, I'll pull the skull back out and finish or work on it.
And see, Diggy, that's another of my favorite areas of the country is Lassen County and up that way through Mount Shasta region. And oh man, it is so beautiful up there. Oh, and Christy, unfortunately, my car gets washed even in the wintertime. I get my car washed
2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah, at least 2 to 3 times a week. I run it through the car wash because I have to with Lyft, keep my car clean. And so when it gets down to like 30 below, yes, the car wash is still open and they have to have heated water. And you better have had your defrosters on in your windshield for a while before you go through there, because if not, you will crack your windshield from the hot water hitting your windshield. But the funny part is when you pull back out, if you don't dry your car off, which means you have to get out in like 30 below and use a towel and dry your car off, because if you don't, your doors will freeze shut.
Hi, Lori.
Oh, Phyllis, I drove truck from 2001. I drove over the road from 2001 until 2004. And then I moved to Maryland and I drove dump trucks locally until 2010 or 2011. Hi, Lori. Today it's actually been warm, Brooke. It's been in the upper 30s, low 40s today all day.
I went out in a t-shirt, actually.
Yeah, I don't get out and hand wash my car, Mrs. Coffee. I wouldn't do that. But I run it through. We have an automatic car wash here that the dealership owns and runs. And I have a monthly subscription to it that I can just run through as often as I want to all month long. And so I drive it through there. But the bad part is in the wintertime, you have to get out and at least dry the inside of your door jambs off. Because if not, your doors will freeze shut. And when I'm doing Lyft, that's not a good thing, because I'll run it through the car wash and not dry it. And then the first passenger tries to get in the car has to like literally yank the door open to try to get it unfroze because it's frozen solid. Miss Coffee said, "What's wrong with you?" No, put some clothes on.
I was hot. I put my jacket back on. Don't worry.
Oh, Phyllis, I never ran into Silent Sam on CB. I was Storm Chaser. That was my given handle by other drivers.
Why?
Because we were sitting and having dinner one night. I had been talking to these guys on the radio driving up down the road that day. And we all stopped at the same truck stop and decided we would go in and have the buffet. And we were all going to sit around and chit-chat together for a while. And sitting around the table and we were talking about, telling driving stories, which is what truck drivers do when they're sitting around. They just tell driving stories.
Dad's told him many of them.
And all of my stories always had something to do with, I ended up in if there was a major storm system in the U.S., I was in the middle of it. It just seemed like I went through hurricanes. I went through tornadoes. I went through some of the worst storm fronts and snowstorms you can imagine. And they all got up and they said, "That's your new CB handle. You're Storm Chaser from now on." I'm like, okay.
I don't know what Daddy's was. I'll ask him.
Oh, you got 20 minutes apiece, Miss Coffee. That's awesome. With kids, that's a hard thing to do. You have frozen yourself in the car.
Can I?
I've done that.
Mrs. Coffee, can I come steal your children for at least Maggie? Because I miss that. I really do. I miss my little monsters. Can I steal her? Or is she the type that if I steal her, I'd be bringing her back in like seconds?
Mrs. Coffee will probably tell you that she's the one that you'll be bringing back in seconds. But don't you know that kids are always more well behaved around other people?
Oh, yeah,
and then other people never understand how come you always complain that your kids aren't well behaved.
I worked in daycare for two and a half years, and all of them were angels except for one. And he was even that way with his mom, so there was like no.
Are you on the toilet again?
Ship it to me or her, boy or girl. I don't care. Send it to me.
Drea, you better get that winner. They're waiting. They're probably all sitting there going, where is she? How come she hasn't drawn yet?
Whoopsies. Take your time, Drea. I guess Miss Coffee on the toilet again because she ain't answering.
She said no.
Hey, there you are. Hey, can I steal Maggie just for a little bit? Like a week or 2 or 3 or a month?
But see, Crystal, that's
Kelly was trying to get a piece of what? Piece of cake?
Crystal, you know, though, that's the story with kids. They're nice and sweet for everybody else but their parents. Oh, she's moved here, Phyllis. At least temporarily.
Temporarily moved, yes, and I got a job lined up and everything. So, but I do plan on going back in February on my daughter's birthday to visit, and
we're gonna move back down at some point in the next year or two, once we get things on a firm footing here financially, and we're in a position where we can move. We're gonna move back down there together.
And I do want to go in August for my son's birthday as well, which is like 2 days before Dave's birthday. So I was thinking that we could go up there and visit my child and then go up and visit his children for his birthday. But again, it's just a thought. It's not really set in stone yet.
Yeah, we can do that.
The February one's set in stone, though.
Her kids, Phyllis?
Mine are 8 and 4.
And mine are 26, 25, 22, and 21. Christy says her 3-year-old will tell you no, demand juice and snacks, and throws a fit. You can have him.
Okay.
But I can do that. I bet he wouldn't do that here.
No, because I do it anyways. I give it to him. What do you want, baby? I want juice. Okay, here you go. Here's your juice. I'm not with my kids. I can't be stern. It's I tell them to go to the room, and then 5 minutes later I'm like, come here, give me a hug. I didn't mean to tell you to go to your room.
that
No. My ex was more the disciplinarian, not me. I couldn't. Send him here, Christy. I'll take care of him for a little bit.
Well, hello, Robin, DP and Crafts.
Hi, Robin. 19, 24, and 27. That's how old her kids are. Well, I'll be 26 on the 9th. Yay, I'm not a baby anymore. Right. Ash, yay, toddler free. Well, come on. Bring him here. Yeah, we have fur baby. He's just like a toddler, too. Last night, my God.
He's a toddler that never grows up.
Last night, he was into the bags that I had on the floor that we have to go through still. And it seems like every 30 minutes I had to go and throw the pillow at him to get him to stop. And he still would not stop. I'm like, Hank, just let me sleep.
And I had just got in from doing lift from 6 p.m. until 3 a.m. And I was beat when I walked in the door. And I went to bed, and he would not stop rustling through bags on the floor. And
Thank you, Robin.
Hey, Nina, we're good. He emptied a basket of DPs, and the cat climbed in.
That's one way to get him.
That's what Hank would do.
Distracted.
Like, what is he doing? There he is. He's just kind of looking over our shoulders now, looking at us. He's watching us judgmentally.
He's the judgiest cat I've ever seen.
What are you doing? Oh, he's up and about.
And I've already told everybody I didn't want anything for my birthday. I didn't want anything for Christmas. I'm not the type of person that really, you know, material things. Yeah, I'll appreciate whatever they give me, but I don't like it when they spend their money on me.
She doesn't even like it when I buy her stuff.
No, I'm like, no, don't. Okay, thank you. I've always been that way, though. Exactly, Phyllis. Just skip over the holidays. Just forget all of it.
You know, I was a kid. I used to love getting Christmas presents, but now as a grown up, it's like, okay, got something cool.
Okay.
Half the time, what you get for Christmas, you'll never use.
Especially when a certain somebody buys you clothes that they think would look good on you, and it turns like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't look good. No, like pants, pants, and no, not that. Pants, t-shirts. I'm talking about previous experiences.
Oh, okay.
Mainly blue jeans. Those were the ugliest blue jeans I've ever received.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
What do you want? Trouble? Okay, well, come here. Oh, goodness. Yeah, you're looking at yourself, huh? He's come to visit. He's like, hey, you're stealing my thunder over there. I got to come in and get in on it. He's broke. Yes, he is, Christy. She showed pictures earlier of Hank.
Here, let me pull him up again. Hold on.
While I was out driving Lyft last night.
Yes, he's mine. I stole him. I'll show you. Hold on. That was last night after he laid in my lap. That's a good Hank. Him betrayed daddy and his mama. And then he got up in my lap, let me hold him like a little baby for a second, and then he sprawled out in my lap and put his paw on the side of the chair and fell asleep. And then this was after his nap. He was judging me hard. He's like, don't talk to me. This was before I gave him good food.
And now he's just kind of in the way. Oh, come here.
He is adorable.
He wanted. Really? He wants to climb over my back.
He's a good boy. Yeah, he wanted the good stuff and was judging me because I told him to wait. No. He's like, no.
We missed 8 o'clock treats.
We did. He's got an hour and
About an hour and a half.
So should I just go ahead and give him a little bit?
Yeah.
He still has some down there he didn't eat.
He doesn't care. You have to give him more.
He's like, give me more. Give me more, Dad. Come on. Get treats.
No, he ain't gonna starve, Christy, but he is on a time schedule and he knows that time schedule. And he will be in your face until you give him the treats. And I just knocked my light over. Ugh.
Whoops.
Yeah.
You see how fast he got out of your lap? Because
Yeah.
Mama said treats.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. All you have to do is start heading to that closet when it's treats time, and he knows it, and he is up under your feet as soon as you get there.
I'm gonna close this window.
Yeah. We actually had the window open. It's so hot in my apartment. It stays hot in this apartment, even with the heater off.
I wonder if Hank would do that.
What?
What Diggy said. Place the treats on the tall tower and they have to find them all over the place.
It's a good question.
I'd rather eat them off the floor, I think.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Drea. So who was the lucky winner? You don't have to say, I'm just nosy. Nina said, sounds like my dogs. They start bouncing around an hour before eating.
Yep. You know, Hank will not let you forget treats time.
No.
Normally, if he's awake, his internal clock is set to perfect time. Daylight savings time kind of screwed him up a little bit for a little while, but
Drea said she has to be the bad guy. Her husband's too much of a softy. I'm assuming that's disciplining the kids. See, I would discipline my kids, but then I'd feel really bad afterwards, and then about an hour or two later have to apologize and tell them what they did wrong, and I felt bad.
well, that's the same reason why when you spank them, you say this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you.
Because
And
it's
it does.
the truth.
And it does, but you know you've got to do it.
Yeah. I usually don't spank. I put them in their room in the timeout, or unless it was something really bad, like hitting each other. That was awful. That was one thing I couldn't stop them from doing. My youngest was so mean, and the only way he would really act out his meanness was to go wail on his sister. I'm like, that is not tolerable. It got to the point where I told her to hit him back because he would just not stop no matter what I did. But I guess it was just space because he grew out of it now. But as far as I know, she hadn't said anything. Christy says she has an anxiety attack every time she spanks her 3-year-old.
I can see that. I mean, I hated spanking mine, but luckily mine only had to get it one time, and after that, they got the picture. And they didn't do it again.
I was that one that needed spanked like all the time.
Oh, I was too.
Awful.
I was too.
I was the meanest one out of all 3 of us that Mama had. And it didn't matter what she did. She could spank me with the belt, the wooden spoon, the flip-flop, the whatever. And I'd still do whatever it was that she didn't like because that was the attention I wanted. I mean, I was getting attention finally. And granted, it was not the right attention, but it was attention.
Drea wants to know, when is your birthday? It's December.
Mine is December 9th.
December 9th, yep.
I will be 26 on my birthday.
Diggy says, my brother would be mean to me, so I went to a bedroom, called him, and slammed his head into the door. Take that. You just made me meaner and smarter.
Ow!
Mystical says, can I ask y'all a question? How old are you? I am 46, Mystical, and she will be turning 26 next week, or week after next.
Oh, already?
Pippa, no, we are not in the Secret Santa.
No, we're not.
I didn't even know about the Secret Santa until it was too late, I guess.
Yeah. Yes, Christy, age is just a number.
Yep, and I don't see a number, I see a person. Drea must be a little bit behind on her video.
I think so.
Let me type that in there to her.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Christy. Hers called me beautiful.
Oh. Mystical, you know, some days I feel my age plus some, and other days I feel like I'm younger than she is.
I always feel like the old woman in the relationship because I'm always hurting. Yeah, I'm the little old lady. She might need to click on live chat instead of top chat.
Well, no, it's not that. I think she's
a little bit delayed, yeah. The video's a little bit delayed. Four more colors, and then I'm done getting this beautiful thing up. Yay! 5 more colors, actually.
Oh, she's caught up now.
Oh, cool.
Welcome back, Drea. You just came back from the past. Did you get the DeLorean up to 88 miles per hour? I'll put you in the oven.
Who said that? What? I'm confused.
Crystal said, my son is screaming at me for chicken. And I just turned around and said, if you don't go to bed, I'll put you in the oven.
How old is he, Crystal? Is he big enough to fit like Hansel and Gretel?
Well, Diggy, thank you so much for stopping in. We'll definitely see you around some more. Every Sunday night, I'm live here, so we are. I got to get used to the Wii.
It's okay.
This is only our second mutual live. We missed last weekend because Slayer, which, yes, that was awesome.
Saphira's mama? No, not this Christmas, which I'm kind of bummed about. That's kind of a hard pill for me to swallow. But no, this Christmas I will not be with my kids, but it's okay. I plan on talking to them and video chat and whatnot. It's not gonna be the same, but it's something.
Yeah.
At least I get to talk to them. I have my. Well, I'm not gonna mention names. I know someone who can't even talk to their kids on Christmas, and I can't imagine that. How did we meet?
YouTube. Well, actually, we were co-admins in Sherry's Vibe Tribe group. Sherry and Drea's now. And we were co-admins in there. And she was having a rough time, and I was just giving her advice to help her out. And things kind of progressed from there. And here we are now. So if it hadn't have been for YouTube
and
diamond painting, we would not know each other.
He's 6 and had 3 helpings of dinner. Good gravy. Well, growing boys gotta eat. Sometimes they eat too much. My kids are 8 and 4. My 8-year-old will be 9 in just a couple months. Phyllis, it's okay. You're never too old for love. You'll find one. Just keep doing what you're doing, and it'll just fall into your lap. I wasn't even looking. I really wasn't.
No, and I really wasn't either, because I'll admit when her and I started talking, I was happy being single. But I'm even happier not being single now. Just I didn't realize what I was missing.
Yes, Saphira's mama. I'm very grateful that I get to talk to my babies. Like I said, I know someone who can't, and I can't even fathom that. Pippa joked that her sister was a 50-year-old virgin when she's married now with grandkids.
You're a 50-year-old virgin.
Wow.
I couldn't imagine.
There you are, all kitted up and ready to go.
You know what I find odd is this Hank custom from Evermoment has very little to no trash drills in it whatsoever. My diamond, that Starry Night Santa I just finished.
That's good news, Drea. Her Archer's order shipped.
Oh, awesome. Christy, she is kitting up our next project.
Sneaky peeky.
She's kitting up our next project. We went to Michael's yesterday because there was a huge sale on diamond paintings, 40% off at Michael's. And we picked up our December project, and it probably is going to take us all of December to get it done. And we just filmed the unboxing just before I went live, so that will get uploaded after live is over with tonight. You'll get to see later tonight, Drea. It was only yesterday. The prices were only good through yesterday in store, as far as I know. I don't know if online or not. You'd have to probably check the app. But all of their Diamond Dots kits were 40% off. All of their paint by number was 40% off.
Their scratch arts.
Yeah, all their scratch art stuff was 40%. I mean, there was a lot of stuff on sale in that store yesterday. And so, yeah, it was great. Yeah, he's up here scratching my side.
And here's all the spares.
Yeah, there's all the ones that wouldn't fit in the...
That's crazy. It's a big one.
Jamie, it is absolutely gorgeous completed.
What is... Oh, your Starry Night Santa.
Yes.
Thanks for dropping by.
Well, what's the matter, buddy?
Yeah, Hank is demanding attention.
What's the matter, buddy? Yeah, he's like right down here beside me. Not yet, Christy. I'm planning on filming that post review. I was actually planning on filming that today, but we ended up getting the kit that we bought yesterday, and so we did the unboxing on that so we can get it kitted up and started. So that'll be our December project, and I will be recording a post review for Starry Night Santa probably in the next couple days. Oh, that's awesome, Jamie. Yeah, it's a great painting. It's well worth finished. I mean, it is just stunning in person when it's done.
Jaw dropping.
Yeah, he wants. I don't know what he wants. He doesn't want to cuddle. He
wants the GF.
Huh?
He wants the GF.
Oh yeah, we can't say those words out loud because he will.
GOODFOOD.
Oh, you got a lid and a plug for the tray you have, and a big tray with a lid and plug, and a small tray with a lid, some wax pots and a grinder. You know, that's awesome. I love that they're branching out and doing the wax pots and the lids and the plugs now.
Yes, exactly, Christy. You know, I don't really care for Diamond Art Club canvases. I don't. I mean, the poor glue is just too sticky and too much. I prefer double-sided tape.
My biggest complaint, don't get me wrong, I love the finished product of a Diamond Art Club, but the glue, I'm not the biggest fan of them. Both of them that I've worked on so far, the glue is just like too spongy. It's like, I don't know, it's like not firm. And the drills move around after you put them down, and you got to spend a lot more time putting them where you want them and getting them straight. That's the only thing I really didn't like about Diamond Art Club. But otherwise, the drills were great. The canvas is easily to read. I mean, it's easy to see. It's nice, bright, and clear. And the canvas feels nice, and it's a good quality canvas. I just don't like the glue they use. Yes, Drea, the grinders from Archer's. Well, I've never tried anything else, but Archer's grinders are awesome because back when I first got into diamond painting and I got into another group that shall not be named, they were really close and affiliated with Archer's Arts, and really were promoting that product a lot. And Jen Archer used to go live in her group a lot. And she was telling how the story of the grinder came about. And what it was she needed a way to separate sticky drills that were stuck together. And she found a 3D, they already had a 3D printer, and she found a design of a marijuana grinder. And her husband modified the design to make it work with drills. Yeah, you know which group, Drea. That's why I said the group that shall not be named, because I was threatened with legal action if I even spoke their name on YouTube again. So I will not.
That's bull.
Yeah, well.
They can't do that, can they? No, they can't. But whatever. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
But we're not going to go there.
No, we're not. We're not. I'm gonna keep my big mouth shut. But I know what you're talking about. In fact, I think we were just talking about it not long ago.
Yeah. That's right, Christy.
There lost it. Yes,
That was right at the beginning of my YouTube journey, like right at the beginning, like my second video, and I was told my channel will never go anywhere and will never be successful. And here I am, 810 subscribers later.
Wait, she kicked you out for not giving her money? For
Yep.
what?
Yep.
For the stupid ass games? Excuse me. Stupid games she plays? Or tries to play? It's not all about money.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Yeah. I just need to hush. Different topic, please, guys.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, let's keep that one in private messages, because last thing I need is some lawyer knocking on my door saying, I heard you talked about this group on Facebook.
They can't. All right. Yeah, I'll probably message you later. If not later, then tomorrow.
She said, do you like North Dakota?
Do I like North? Yes.
Yeah, it's nice up here.
It's a little cold, but not too bad. Not what I was expecting at first, but
like I said,
the worst is yet to come.
Yeah, like I said, give it a month. In a month, you'll be going, you weren't lying when you said it's cold.
Let's go back to a month ago.
He's still down here. What? What do you want? What do you want?
I stole it.
That's what I keep telling her, Christy.
What?
Oh. Hello, Angie. What part of Minnesota? I saw you in another live not long ago. What part of Minnesota are you in?
Next.
Did you finish all of that color?
Mm-hmm. There was only 3.
Yeah, you, Angie's crazy Minnesota diamond painting. What part of Minnesota? Oh, that's right, because it's summertime for you down there, isn't it, Saphira?
Man, okay. Tell us all about it, little man.
Oh, my arm is getting all scratched up over here. You're in the central part. Okay, well, I'm not far. We're not far from you then. We're in Grand Forks.
Hot red-handed. Oh, yeah, I stole his paint. I steal everything. We all know this. What's mine is mine, and what's his is mine. That's how it works, right? See, Hank agrees.
This is what I'm dealing with.
The plot.
Jamie, I'm not going to talk you out of it, because yesterday she said to me, I haven't been out for ice cream in like a long time.
Oh, I've never been out for ice cream.
So we were out running around yesterday doing some errands before I had to go do lift. And we went to Cold Stone Creamery and I got her ice cream.
Best ice cream I've ever had. Hands down.
Now what are you doing?
I'm going to diamond paint.
Oh.
Because I got done putting that up.
Yeah, 1 more hour for him. 1 more hour.
I can't believe it's already 10.
Oh, okay. Highway 212. I know where that's at. But nice. No, they don't use nitrogen. They their ice cream is kind of, it's not hard frozen ice cream, and it's not soft. It's not really soft serve either, but you go in and you tell them what toppings you want on it, and they already have some like signature blends, like to have certain toppings on them and their name. And they scoop the ice cream out onto a cold stone that's like kept like right at freezing temperature. And they mix the toppings in right there on that cold stone in front of you. And then they scoop it into a waffle cone cup or into a waffle cone for you. And they have they have like dipped waffle cones that are like some of them are dipped in chocolate and some are dipped in chocolate and then put into like crushed up Heath bars and stuff. And then they put the ice cream inside that and serve it to you, and it's so good.
It was really good. I couldn't eat all mine all in one sitting, but I then finished.
I'm sorry, Jamie. Go get you some ice cream, girl.
Which one?
It ain't gonna hurt. Little ice cream won't hurt nobody.
Unless you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah. Then you have to get lactose-free ice cream, which, you know, if she's lactose intolerant and knows it, she probably has lactose-free ice cream.
My tummy did hurt a little bit after it, but it was worth it.
Okay, Angie, I got you. Yeah, we're right here in Grand Forks, so probably a couple hours drive away. Jamie, I'm going to tell you now, from my experience with women, is every woman says they're fat. That's just, I think that's a woman thing.
I'm fat.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. Luke.
You are not.
What's gelato?
Gelato is an Italian ice cream. It's very, very creamy.
I want
It's
one.
very good.
Do they have it at Cold Stone?
Christy wants to know if she can steal you so you can help her finish her elephant explosion.
Sure. Come on. Come steal me. Wait, where do you live?
Oh, it doesn't have cream.
Oh, it doesn't
Gelato
have cream.
doesn't have cream.
Well, then
yeah.
that would be the best for me.
Look at this cat.
He's knocking everything down out of the cabinet.
He's in my TV stand, knocking things out so he can make room for himself.
Hey, show him the Bob Ross keychain.
Oh yeah, she got me a Bob Ross keychain at Bed Bath & Beyond because the store here is going out of business because they lost their lease, and they had this on clearance in Bob Ross in the store. It's a Bob Ross keychain. That's kind of big. I mean, granted, it is. Yes, I hear you, Hank. But you can push the buttons and it says little Bob Ross things.
Let's make some nice little clouds that just float around and have fun all day. Let's put a few little highlights in here just to make them little rascals just sparkle in the sun. Maybe there's a happy little tree that lives right here. You have to have dark in order to show light. Just like in life. Everybody needs a friend. Let's get crazy. What the heck?
Too close to the speaker. It's not really loud anyway, Tippa. It's really, I think it needs new batteries.
It does. It was one.
But he says, like, let's make happy little cloud that just floats around and has fun all day. And then he's like, let's get crazy. What the heck? You know, all the little Bob Ross sayings that he says. And it's just so cute.
There's no mistakes here. Just
Mrs. Coffee said it's making Daisy bark. Sorry,
oh,
Mrs. Coffee. It could be worse because I could always tell my my little friend on the counter over here to meow. Bob Ross always did. He had the same tone. It was just so calming and relaxing.
Hank, quit.
There's a video out there where some animator, you can search it on YouTube. It's just it's called Bob Ross Beats the Devil Out of It Part 2. And it is so funny, but it's so cute at the same time. It's like Bob Ross comes out into like this clearing in the field outside, and he's like all ready for battle. and he's got this giant paintbrush, and he just kind of whacks the paintbrush like he does when he beats the devil out of it. And then there's this like stranger that comes out and just appears, and the stranger comes out, and all of a sudden he like zips up his sweater, and then you realize the stranger is Mr. Rogers. And they actually use voice clips from Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross's shows to where it sounded like they were having a conversation with one another, and you could actually picture this conversation happening. And it was like Mr. Rogers started drawing with crayons on an easel, and he was like, sometimes I like to draw with crayons. Do you like to draw with crayons?
I mean,
and then Bob Ross comes over and says something about, it's so easy, anybody can do it. And then he says, I think you need a happy little tree right here. And he does it. And then Mr. Rogers and him, and they're having this conversation with each other. And it's just the cutest thing ever. Yeah, I'm not gonna be mean and say that, Christy, because the last time I did it set everybody's off at once.
I missed that live. I was at my mama's.
That was the funniest thing. And I'm going to tell all of you now, if you're into metal music and the new Slayer tour, the final Slayer tour happens to come near where you're at, get tickets.
They sound better in person, guys.
They are amazing in person.
Even me, not a metalhead, loved it.
The only part about the whole thing I didn't like was Primus.
True.
They are the most awkward sounding group I've ever listened to in my entire life.
Dull would be the word.
And it's just an hour of Les Claypool marching around in a circle to the beat while playing the bass and singing in this really weird voice all night long for like an hour before Slayer comes out. But Ministry was awesome. Ministry was the loudest band I've ever heard in person. They were shaking the seats. They were so loud. And then Phil Anselmo has his new band called the Illegals. Now, he was the lead singer of Pantera back in the day. And they do a mix of some of their own stuff and some of the old Pantera stuff. And the crowd really got into that. No, Angie, I haven't had any good stories of car rides here lately. Yeah, Andreas, you know what we're talking about. Slayer is just awesome. And you're friends with me on Facebook, so you probably saw some of the videos and pictures I uploaded. You know, odd but nice, it wasn't the bass that was loud it wasn't the bass guitar with Ministry that was so loud. It was the kick drum. Every time that guy hit the kick drum. And of course they had the double kick with the double feet pedals. So he was just like boom, 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 and you could feel your seat just shaking with that beat.
I felt like my heart was going to be ripped out of my chest. That's how hard it was going.
Of course, we sat up in the seats because I'm too damn old to be down in the mosh pit. So I told her, I said, if I was 20 years ago, yeah, I'd have been right down in the mosh pit.
Not me.
I'd have jumped the rail and gone down on the floor. And
not me.
They had a brutal pit. There's some video of that.
I think I have placed more diamonds than you have tonight.
You probably have.
Then again, I'm on one color, so.
There's only one group named Slayer that I know of, Angie. They're like super heavy metal, like really heavy. And I don't know if they have another song. I don't know if they have a song called Make Noise. They might. Yeah, see, Dre, I'm too old for that now.
Me too. I'm too old for that.
Oh, your son had a double kick, Pippa. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about, especially when they get to playing that like double kick flurry, just constant. It's like, oh, and then when you change colors, yes, I need to change colors.
Who told you to change colors?
Odd but nice told me to
Oh.
change colors, Dave.
Thanks, Odd. I was just kind of letting him tell his story.
Well, I've been in a number of pits though, Drea.
Not me.
I used to not be a good. Oh, wait a minute. I need to put those back in the.
Do the check marks.
I gotta need to put the ones in the tray back in the thing. I've been in quite a few in my younger days. It used to not be a good show if you didn't come out with a black eye and blood running out of your nose. These people even had the pit going during Primus. And that's not typical music that you would have a pit for. And it was brutal. We could see it from up where we were at. And I've watched people going down constantly and the whole crowd was moving around the pit. And it was just like the pit was moving its way through the crowd and back and forth. And it was just insane. I thought, man, if 20 years ago I'd have been right down in the middle of it. Now, not so much. 46, you're kind of done pitting.
You passed the pit bads down to your younger folks, your younger metalheads.
No, that wasn't this Slayer thing, because this Slayer dresses normal. They just like black leather pants and t-shirts. The guitarist plays. He's bald and has like a long braided goatee. And
dark goatee.
Yeah. And he wears like really long, heavy chains on his side. Yeah, the Slayer's always been about the same as they are now. Just a 4-person band. They don't dress weird. They're just like really loud, really fast. And you really can't understand anything they're saying. You kind of have to read the lyrics if you want to know what the songs are about. But yeah, Korn is awesome. Korn last year, the lead singer or the bass player for Metallica's son is 13, and he was on tour with Korn last year playing bass for them, filling in for their bass player. And the kid was awesome. Yeah, I've never seen Korn live.
Neither have I. I've been to 3 concerts.
One of the craziest concerts I was at was Green Day. I was, in fact, I got a good story about that one. I was event staff in Memphis. When I was going through college, I worked part-time as event staff, and I also was a full-time unarmed security guard. So because I had my guard card in Tennessee, I was eligible to work the pit, which in event staff terms, the pit is the area between the stage and the crowd. I was eligible to work that. And we were doing the Memphis in May Music Festival, and Green Day was headlining that night. And I got to work the pit for Green Day. And that concert was probably the craziest one I've ever seen in person. Billy Joe Armstrong gets up on stage. He rips off his pants. And he's got a leopard print G-string on underneath. And he yells to the crowd, "Throw me your clothes. I'm naked up here." And I never thought once in my life that people at a concert would take off their clothes and throw them on stage, but they did. There were pants, bras, panties, socks, shoes, shirts, hats, everything flying over our heads on the stage. And when it was all said and done, Billy Joe is standing on a mountain of clothes. in the middle of the stage. And then he climbs the tower. And the big outdoor stage towers where the speakers are on the sides, he climbs up those and gets on top, and he rips open a case of bottled water and just starts taking the tops off the bottled water and slinging bottled water out across the crowd, soaking everybody in the front rows. And then he climbs back down, and they finish the show with the pile of clothes still there. The drummer takes the rented drum kit from the local music store that they have that there for advertisement. He sets it on fire and destroys the drum kit. The stage just looked like a tornado came through it when they got done. And crowd surfers, we had crowd surfers like you would, like, constantly pulling people off the top of the crowd. And we were just setting them down and sending them right back out again. And one guy got obstinate, and he thought he was in trouble, and he refused to go back down the little pathway we had and go back out to the crowd. And he grabbed a hold of the rail. And when he did, my supervisor came over and broke the dude's arm.
Oh my gosh.
Came right down on it with his foot and just broke the dude's arm to make him let go of the rail. And that was a crazy show. And then at the end of the show, and they got done and everybody's outdoors. It's at a big park in Memphis. And this guy comes walking up to us. He's either really high or really drunk or both. Comes walking up to the rail, and he's like, can I get my pants off the stage? Dude is naked, like butt naked. No shoes, no socks, no clothes at all on his body. He comes walking up to the rail butt naked in a public park. Can I get my pants off the stage? Nope. But can I get my shoes? We're like, nope. He had to leave the park naked that night. Pippa says women used to throw their knickers to Tom Jones. Like 50-plus-year-olds. I never got to try crowd surfing, Drea. I never got to try it. Christy says, I was on the Backstreet Boys cruise and a lady threw her bra and panties on where the boys were. It was crazy. I can picture that. I've seen things at concerts that, yeah, they're just not even repeatable. Yeah, well, I don't think he made it very far butt naked.
He probably got arrested for inappropriate public indecency or whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say pretty much most of the Memphis PD was there at that show. He probably didn't make it out of the park. It's all good until an asshole drops you. Yeah. I've seen that happen a few times to people around me, you know. What I don't like about the crowd surfing is women crowd surf and they get groped. And I think that is like so horribly wrong.
Agreed. Scotty says, so you can't show up butt naked, but you can leave that way.
I might finish this section. Man, we've been 2 hours, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, who all's going to be around on Thanksgiving?
Excuse me.
You know what was really funny was this was back in like 1997 or 98 when I went to that Green Day show. And earlier that day, I was working the front gate. And my job was to look in people's bags and to tell them that if they had an alcoholic beverage in their hand or even a non-alcoholic beverage in their hand when they came to the gate, they weren't allowed to come in with it. They had to drink it or dump it. And I had to look in their bags and look for drinks and food products in their bags. This guy walks up. Now, this is back in the day before legalization, even medical was a thing. And this guy walks up with a backpack, and I'm like, I got to look in your backpack. And he was being real hesitant about letting me look in his backpack. And I open it up, and this guy has like 3-gallon Ziploc bags full of bud in his bag. And I call my supervisor over, and I'm like, hey, this guy's like got all this weed. I can't let him up in here with this. He's like, does he have any food or drink in there? I'm like, nope. He says, come on in, buddy.
Wow.
And I'm like, dude, you just let this guy in with like a felony amount of weed. He's like, we're not stopping him for weed. We're stopping him for food and drink.
That's crazy.
Kiss is coming here to Grand Forks in February, and Alice Cooper is coming to Grand Forks in April. I'm hoping to get tickets for both of them, but I'm thinking Kiss is probably going to be super expensive, so we may not get to go to that one.
That's okay. I seen him in 2012.
That's one of my biggest regrets is having never seen Kiss, and I want to see them.
No offense, you ain't missing much.
Yeah, they lip sync now anyway.
Yeah.
Because Paul Stanley cannot sing anymore. Yeah, Alice Cooper I've heard is amazing in concert, and I want to see him.
I do want to go see Alice Cooper. That's my side man. Sorry, Dave.
I thought Steven Tyler was your side man.
Hey, I'm a hoe, okay? I like them all. Steven Tyler and Alice Cooper. Yes.
You won tickets off a Mountain Dew bottle, Dre? Damn. So I know somebody that won something off a Mountain Dew bottle. I didn't think anybody ever won that stuff.
I thought that crap was fake. That was when she was 13. No, see, it's all fake nowadays. When I seen Kiss, it was a Kiss, Motley Crue, and REO Speedwagon, and I kind of didn't care for it. It may have been the people I was with. I don't know.
My first rock concert. Now, I'm not going to say my first concert. My first concert I ever went to was Stevie Ray Vaughan. My first rock concert I ever went to was Tesla and Firehouse.
My next concert, that was my first concert. This was my first concert. My second concert was Def Leppard, and I don't remember who was with them. I'm not going to lie, because I wasn't in it. I just, and then it was Slayer, and that's it. Pretty boring life.
Yeah, Alice Cooper is having Lita Ford open for him on this tour, so that ought to be good. I liked Lita back in the 80s. A friend of my husband's is a big Kiss fan, and he's going to Kiss on February 24th, I think it is. He never missed a concert. Yeah, they're coming here the 22nd of February. Ooh, U2 in Dublin? Oh, was it in the stadium, Pippa? Was it in the, what you call it, the football field there? Nina, did you sleep with Gene Simmons because he likes the ladies?
No, ma'am.
Isn't Gene Simmons like
100 years old?
Didn't he like religious now?
Oh, I don't know.
Yep, football ground. That's what you call it. I'm getting something to drink, y'all. I'll be right back.
Angie says no, he's not.
Oh.
Only concert I have gone to was Hillary Duff concert for my 16th birthday and got to meet her backstage. Crystal, that sounds awesome. I used to
Breaking up the ice, sorry.
I used to love Hillary Duff. Crane's Creation said I heard he was. Chrissy says, Dave, you're noisy.
Sorry, I had a bag of ice in the freezer that I had to break apart.
And she said, LOL, just kidding.
Oh, there we go.
Hank's like, that's not fair. You can get your what, huh?
He said you can't get you food and not me.
Oh, yeah. True.
Yeah, I had to
wait for 30 minutes.
I had to get me a mudslide. Sorry.
Yuck. Yeah.
Something magical happens when you mix Kahlua and rum.
No.
Oh, look at that. That's the last color. It's supposed to be the last color in this section, but it looks like I missed a few of other colors.
Whoops. That's what happens when you have disrespectful confetti.
You know, Nina, I know that Winger got made fun of back in the day by most metal fans, but they sounded great. The problem I have is Kip Winger was like almost 30 years old when he recorded a song and the lyrics were, "She's only 17. Her daddy says she's too young, but she's old enough for me." If that song had been recorded today, he wouldn't have a career. Well, I guess he probably doesn't have one now. I haven't seen them around and heard anything about that band in forever. Angie, if you like Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, Poison, any of those 80s hair bands, you have to go see Hairball. And they are from Minneapolis, and they are always around this area playing, like all through Minnesota and North Dakota and South Dakota and Iowa. Hairball is an experience. They do that. Yeah, Hairball does Def Leppard too. Hairball is an experience, and Amber's going to get to experience that front row
And I'm excited.
in December.
I'm excited.
It's like going to 10 concerts in one night.
I'm getting sleepy.
You can't get sleepy.
I am.
You're not allowed to get sleepy. She's the little old lady here, y'all.
I am.
I'm ready to keep going. I'm like, oh, I stay up till 2 a.m. She's like 10 o'clock, and she's like, oh, God, I'm past my bedtime.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Well, Angie, keep looking. Look them up on Facebook. They have a Facebook page. They have a website, and it has all their tour dates. I know they're going to be here in Grand Forks on December 27th.
I thought it was the 28th.
27th.
Oh.
It's a Friday night. They're going to be here, but they are from Minneapolis, so they're always all around this area. And Hairball is a big attraction around here. When they show up, they have like 3 or 4 different lead singers. The bass player and the guitarist and the drummer stay on stage through the whole show, and the lead singers go backstage and change outfits and come back out. Like they start off their show with like Motley Crue, and they do 2 songs, and the lead singer is dressed like Vince Neil, moves like him, sounds like him, you know, the whole works. And then he goes backstage after a couple of songs, and another guy comes out, and he might be dressed like Def Leppard, or he might be dressed like Freddie Mercury, or he might be dressed like Axl Rose. And then they do a couple of songs of whatever band he's dressed like, and they sound just like him and move. These guys study the moves and the way that the actual singer moved on stage. And they do Van Halen and Poison and Motley Crue, Prince. It's just all 80s hair music. And they Kiss, they actually do Kiss. One guy comes out dressed like Paul Stanley or Gene Simmons, and they do a couple of Kiss songs. And it's just like, it's an awesome, awesome show. Yes, Drea, they do come to Kansas. They do come to Kansas from time to time. You just need to keep a lookout for them. They go all over the country. They played Vegas, Salt Lake City. I know they went to Kansas City not long ago. They've been to Oklahoma, Texas. They played a pre-race concert at Charlotte this past summer. They come to Grand Forks at least twice a year, usually once in the summer and once in the winter. Yeah, definitely, I will. It's hairballband.com, I think, is the name of the website. And you can look them up on Facebook. Just look up Hairball. And they have a Facebook page. And they have all of their tour dates and stuff. And if anybody saw it earlier in the year, last year, I guess, or earlier this year, there was a viral video that went around of a guy dressed like Kiss on stage. And the pyro went off behind him. And his hair caught on fire. And he never missed a lick and kept singing right through it while his hair was on fire. And the stage people were trying to help put it out. That was Hairball.
That could be too much.
No, a little bit of glare right here, but it's not bad. Yeah, Angie, it's worth seeing at least once. Every time they come to Grand Forks, I buy tickets, and the tickets aren't expensive. Like for general admission, they're like $13 for here. And if you get there when the doors open, when the doors open, you get right up on the front row, easy. And because nobody really shows up until just before showtime. So if you get there early, you can get on the front row, and they're worth seeing up front. I mean, when the guy comes out at the end is Alice Cooper, and he's got the confetti cannon in his hand that he holds in his hand and shoots confetti over the crowd. And they got like balloons that come out over the crowd and beach balls, and oh, it's great. Yeah, I hear you. Well, y'all, guess what? It is now a half hour past my time. I mean, I know nobody else is going live right now. I'm not like interfering with anybody's time, but we have got to get ready because I got to go back to work tomorrow.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, you're welcome, Drea. Thank y'all for showing up.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a great live without y'all because y'all are leading the conversation. We're just playing off of you.
Right.
So,
Right.
Because if it was just us, you'd probably just have 2 hours of silence and diamond painting.
Yep. That's usually what it is. Go feed the good stuff to Hank. Thanks for hosting, Dave and Ash. He's got 30 minutes. He can wait.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He just had treats. He don't need good food yet.
Not yet.
Come here, Hank. Come say goodbye to your followers.
Yeah. He wants down.
He wants on the desk.
Excuse you. And so he plops.
There he is.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, we try odd but nice. Everybody says bye, Hank. Yep. Good night, everyone. Hope you all have a great week. And if we don't see you before, which during Thanksgiving Day, if it's not very busy and nobody else happens to, and we don't have much going on, you might see us pop up live. So yeah, keep a lookout if you're going to be home Thanksgiving and got nothing else to do. And
I've got a tag we can do that we were supposed to do tonight.
Okay.
I forgot about it.
So we will talk to you all again. If not before, we will see you next Sunday night. And have a great week.
Bye.
And until then, rock on, y'all.